Hey there guys, alright, today we are back with some Epic History TV. This time though, we're shifting the focus to American Presidents, Part 1. I'm gonna take a break from the whole French history. We've been months and months of just French history that we've been watching from Epic History TV. I've gone through all of their medieval videos. I tried to find something new, but nope, I've done every single one of their medieval videos. I believe I've watched everything related to Alexander, and I believe I've also watched all of World War I. So I think that all that is left, of course, is this American Presidents Part 1 and 2, and then the Napoleon's Marshals, and then I think they also have a series on the Apollo program. If I am missing anything, please do let me know down in the comments. I love Epic History's channel. Before we get into the video though, I would like to point you guys down towards the description box or my pinned comment in the comment section, which has links to various things. One of those links, the most important link, being the link to my Twitch channel, where I just stream a variety of games. Pretty much just single player story games. Wide variety. They can be historical, they can just not be historical whatsoever. Currently going through Ghost of Tsushima, New Game Plus, and Divinity Original Sin 2. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow me over at Twitch. I go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. US Central Standard Time, and I stream until about 9 p.m. US Central Standard Time. Sometimes go a little later, sometimes start a little earlier. All depends on the day. The other link is the link to my gaming channel, which where I'm just uploading old streams. So nothing too special there. I do want to put some edited funny moment content there, but that takes a lot of time, and I don't make money from that channel, so there's no real incentive in me doing that. Aside from that, let's go ahead and dive right into American Presidents Part 1 by Epic History TV. I'm curious what this is going to be.
As America prepares to elect...
This is a new voice. This is a voice actor I've not heard before from this channel. At least I don't think I've heard this voice actor before.
its 45th president. This is Epic History TV's guide to the first 44 presidents.
Okay, so this is old. This is one of their first series, I'm guessing.
George Washington, hero of the Revolutionary War.
Ooh, okay, so I see how they're going to do things. Are these, or I'm guessing these are rankings based upon the general consensus / interview of U.S. presidents. I would, as much as I've established before in a tier list video, which by the way, I should probably revisit that because I did have some bad takes there, and I am better informed now, like over a year later since I made that video. I should probably revisit it. As much as I dislike slave owners and the hypocrisy of being an American president and also being a slave owner, because, you know, the words in the fucking Constitution, government for the people, by the people, you know, yet you still have people listed as you own people. Hypocrisy, and I don't like it. George Washington, I think I could only see him as I think I consider him the only founding father that could have been the first president of the United States. I don't think anyone else had the kind of attitude, mentality, and he had a somewhat charisma to him. I wouldn't say he had the charisma of the likes of Julius Caesar or Alexander the Great or even Napoleon's charisma. But in his own way, he had a charisma to him that kept people loyal to him. He was a soldier. And I think he was capable of leading America he was what America needed for their first president. Able to put down the foot of when strong government was needed, but also still maintaining the liberties that were fought for, or that they said they fought for. I think I explained that pretty well. And then, of course, still a hypocrite for, you know, being a slave owner.
And America...
you cannot go around the fact that presidents are hypocrites for being slave.
First president. twice elected unanimously by the Electoral College. He steered America on a course of neutrality and stepped down after 2 terms.
And of course, you got to respect him for stepping down after 2 terms and establishing that precedent.
John Adams, lawyer, diplomat, and intellectual.
Number 17,
He'd been one of the
okay.
leading voices in the call for American independence. He avoided all-out war with France, was the first president to live in the White House, and the first to lose an election. Thomas Jefferson, chief author of the Declaration
They put him at number 5. I feel like the reason they put Jefferson at 5 is mainly because of the Declaration
of Independence. He was a fierce defender of individual liberty, though, like several early presidents, himself owned slaves.
A hypocrite of the document he helped forge.
He opposed federalism and strong central government, but doubled America's size by buying 800,000 square miles of territory.
And I feel like also the fact of the Louisiana Purchase also puts him up that high. I don't think I would put him in top 10 because of his hypocrisy. Now, of course, Louisiana Purchase was an amazing fucking deal. There is no going around that, and that certainly helps him a fuck ton in my eyes. However, the hypocrisy of being one of the writers of the Declaration of Independence, yet still being a slave owner, and also raping his slaves, he abused his power. The highest I feel like I can give him is top 20. And no, in the like 10 through 20, in that range, I don't think I could give him top 10.
From France.
Just because of the sheer hypocrisy.
James Madison, at 5'4",
6th place. You know what? I'm gonna agree with that placement for Madison because I don't really know too much about him, but of course, still being a founding father.
America's shortest president, but a towering figure in the fight to pass the U.S. Constitution and Bill of Rights.
Yeah, the Bill of Rights, father of the Constitution. Now, of course, he was president during the War of 1812, which is a bit of a stain on his presidency. However, I don't think we can entirely blame Madison for that war. I think a lot of the issue was in the quality of U.S. leadership. General, like the U.S. military commanders, is the issue, not necessarily the president during that war.
As president,
6th place. You know what?
He was forced to fight another war against Great Britain to uphold America's rights at sea.
Yeah, you know what? America's rights at sea. Let's go with that.
James Monroe, the last president who was also a founding father.
7th.
He warned Europe not to meddle in American affairs.
Yes, Monroe Doctrine, I think placing him at 7th, I think that's a good placement for him.
While promising the U.S. would not interfere in Europe's affairs. He passed legislation to restrict slavery to existing slave states and new territories south of the Missouri Compromise line.
And he did that. Now, of course, this just delayed the issue of slavery. However, I think it was still, in the context of the time that he was living in, right? I think the Missouri Compromise was a good plan and because it, of course, restricted slavery. And I think that was a good call on his part because it postponed war. He obviously don't want to be president, of a country split. Who knows how it would have gone early at this time, because industrialization, of course, the North was industrialized at this time and was still, of course, always had the higher population compared to the South. However, I would say around 1820, the differences between the two sides were a lot more equal. The war probably would have been a lot more bloody in 1820, a lot more gruesome, because trains didn't have extensive railroad networks. Were trains even around yet in 1820? I don't know when the train was invented. Oh God, I feel stupid. I can't. It's just such a way of life that I just can't remember when it was made. But yeah, I think the Missouri Compromise, if we go off the context and the situation of the time period Monroe was president, I think the Missouri Compromise was perhaps a really good choice.
He also supported the colonization of Liberia by free African Americans which is why its capital, Monrovia, is named after him.
Ooh, Liberia. That's a bit of a stain, I think.
John Quincy Adams, son of John Adams,
They placed him at
America's
19.
second president. A brilliant diplomat who prioritized economic development
Okay.
while paying off most of America's national debt.
Okay, internal president. Okay, I could see that.
Andrew Jackson, a no-nonsense soldier.
No, not 14. No. He ain't even top 30. I'm sorry. He's
Hero
not.
of the
No.
War of 1812 and founder of the Democratic Party. Once wounded in a duel, his authoritarian style caused his opponents, the Whigs, to brand him a dictator.
I kind of want to put him at 40th. I don't like Andrew Jackson whatsoever. Fuck Andrew Jackson. You know what? Let's put him at 40th. No, because he isn't he didn't join. There's a president that joined the Confederacy. So that president, the one that joined the Confederacy, is the only president that has died and doesn't have like the American flag over his body or whatever. He's a traitor and is 43rd in my opinion. Andrew Jackson, 42 or 41 or 40. No, he's bottom. He's a fucking dickhead. I don't like it.
He began a policy of forced relocation of Native
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
American tribes to west of the Mississippi River.
No, I don't like Andrew Jackson.
Martin Van Buren, the first president
They
born
put him
in
in the
independent
top
United
30?
States. Son of an innkeeper, he spoke Dutch at home.
Because he didn't
His
really
presidency was dominated by America's first major financial crash.
Yeah.
He served one term, then lost 3 subsequent bids for re-election.
I don't see why he's placed 23rd.
William Henry Harrison, a soldier who spent most of
Wasn't he the one that died in the first month? And he's placed 35th?
his career fighting Native Americans. He gave the longest inaugural speech in history,
Yep, he's the one that died in
but
the month.
served the shortest time in office. 30 days after his speech, he died of pneumonia, the first president to die in office.
He's fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
John Tyler, the first vice president to
I believe he's the one that betrays the Union.
become president following the death of his predecessor. Expelled from his own party, the Whigs, for vetoing their bills, which he believed to contravene states' rights. James K. Polk,
Or was it Polk?
a firm believer in westward expansion, he signed the law admitting Texas to the Union.
Was it Tyler or Polk that switched to the Confederacy?
And provoked a war with Mexico, resulting in the acquisition of 500,000 square miles of North America, including California,
I think it was Tyler.
Nevada, and Utah. He also negotiated the division of Oregon with the British. Zachary Taylor, career soldier, hero of the
No, he
Mexican
died.
War, had never voted before and held no firm political beliefs. With tensions rising between slave-owning and free states, he threatened to hang Southern secessionists,
Yeah.
but died suddenly of a stomach illness.
Damn it. Oh, if only he had lived. Hang those goddamn traitors. Fuck.
Millard Fillmore,
Oh, he.
born in
yeah,
a log cabin,
38th. I can agree
the
with this.
last
I would. You could make an argument. Put him lower.
Whig president. He supported an uneasy compromise between free
Yeah,
and
fuck
slave
you,
states,
Fillmore, for that.
which was to prove short-lived.
That reminds me of fucking 1850. Dumbass.
Franklin Pierce took office shortly
40th. You know what? I can understand this. I think. Yeah.
after he and
I
his
agree with
wife
that.
witnessed the violent death of their 11-year-old son, a trauma that likely left them both suffering from depression. He hastened the slide towards civil war by allowing brutal violence to
Yep.
engulf Kansas, where pro- and anti-slavery settlers fought for control of the territory. James Buchanan. His attempts to
Ooh.
mediate between northern free states and southern slave states failed abjectly,
Yeah.
leading the Democratic Party to split and the southern states to leave the Union.
He fucked up.
Abraham Lincoln,
Are they putting him at one?
America's first Republican.
Third. who the fuck are gonna be? Are they gonna put FDR above Lincoln?
President. He led the North
I'm
to
curious.
victory in the Civil
Is
War.
Teddy gonna be above
and
Lincoln
freed all
too?
Southern slaves by executive
Those are like the off the top of my head. I can really only think of.
order. He was the first president to be assassinated, shot and killed by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater
curious
in
now.
Washington, D.C.
Who they're gonna put above?
Andrew Johnson, a Southerner born into poverty.
43rd.
He sided with the Union during the Civil War. But after the war, he blocked Congress's attempts to impose reforms on the South.
Yeah.
This led to his impeachment, though he was acquitted in the Senate by 1 vote.
By 1 fucking vote, it was that close. Oh. Damn.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh, put him high.
Union
Put him
hero
high.
of the Civil
No, not 26th. Put him higher. Give him top 20 at the very
He
least.
used the military
He's also our best-looking president. That one is facts. He's the best-looking president we
to
have.
enforce
This
reconstruction
picture doesn't do him justice though. That one does him. A fucking stud muffin.
of former slave states and protect those targeted by white supremacist violence in the South.
Yeah.
His presidency also saw war against Native Americans in the Great Plains.
Okay, that's sad. A bad thing of his presidency, but Reconstruction and fighting against the KKK.
Rutherford B. Hayes won the most disputed, corrupt, and violent presidential election in U.S. history. He sought to heal the wounds left by the Civil War and Reconstruction, but by withdrawing federal troops from the South, allowed white supremacists to regain power.
Yeah.
James A. Garfield took on corruption in the Senate and civil service with some success, but was shot by an embittered lawyer just 4 months into his first term
Rip.
and died of his wounds. Chester Arthur, son of an Irish
Ooh, they're
Baptist
giving him
preacher.
top 30. Okay.
Against expectation, he proved above political faction and
Yo, I swear to God, if they have fucking Woodrow Wilson in the top 10, I'll be pissed.
continued Garfield's
Woodrow
work
Wilson,
of
too.
reforming government bureaucracy. Grover Cleveland, the first Democrat
Ooh.
president since the Civil
he's
War,
20th.
and the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive
Okay.
terms. He used the presidential veto with gusto, blocking measures he thought were beyond the remit of federal government, even pensions for Civil War veterans and subsidies for destitute farmers.
You know what? Yeah, I think I can agree with the 20. Maybe, maybe a little higher because of what he did. I don't know too much about what he did though.
Look out for part 2
Oh,
of
we're
U.S.
ending it at
Presidents,
Cleveland,
where
huh?
we continue with America's 23rd
Okay.
president.
All right, that was a good video. Obviously they aren't ranking the presidents here. These rankings I am suspecting are just rankings by, just general rankings from like the general consensus of American historians, I guess, is how I believe it is. Yawned there. But that was American Presidents Part 1 by Epic History TV. I liked how this was made. I liked the voice actor they had doing the narration. This was really well made. I hope you guys enjoyed too. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.